Welcome to the Business Finance Bulletin, episode 148. Welcome again to the latest Business Finance Bulletin with me, Rob Warlow from Business Loan Services, the commercial finance expert. In this bulletin, support for UK exporters and fast-growing companies, business confidence in 2017 and regionally focused business finance support. Let's start this bulletin by taking a look at two specific business finance related items coming out of the UK's autumn statement in 2016. And there are two things I want to have a look at. First of all, support to UK exporters, and secondly, additional equity support for fast growing businesses. So first of all, exporters. Now, as we know, post-Brexit, the government is doing everything that it can to encourage UK businesses to export. It really helps the economy. So what the government is trying to do now is to provide additional support via its UK Export Finance Department. Now that department provides a number of support functions to UK exporters. First of all, it can help provide alternative funding packages for buyers overseas. It can also provide working capital support to the exporters and provide additional insurance cover and support as well. Now, the finance department is not designed to compete against the businesses already operating in the open market. It's there just to provide additional support. Now, up until now, the government or the department's risk appetite has been at about 2.5 billion. Well, in the autumn statement, the government doubled that. So it says now at any one time, they are happy to be out at risk for up to £5 billion. So that's good news if you're an exporter looking for some support to take away an element of the risk when you're exporting. Turning now to fast-growing companies. As we know, there's plenty of money out there if you're a very first startup or looking for some early-stage funding. But for fast-growing companies, it can be a bit more challenging. So the government has announced again in the autumn statement that an additional £400 million is to be made available to the British Business Bank as part of its Capital Venture Programme. So this is available for equity investment for those fast-growing companies where debt may not be appropriate, where getting an equity support is a much more appropriate way of scaling up. So two good examples there, the government are trying to support both exporters and fast growth companies. If you want to know more about both those programs, just go to your favourite search engine and first of all type in UK Export Finance Department. There you will get a link to the government website. And for the British Business Bank, well, their website is british-business-bank.co.uk. Let's turn now to business confidence and how business owners see their performance in 2016 and what they are thinking about as we start going into 2017. Well, new research carried out by Axa Business Insurance has revealed that business owners are still feeling relatively confident post-Brexit. And in fact, of the businesses surveyed, 53% of them say that Brexit is going to have little or no impact on their business. And in fact, 14% of them said they actually thought that their business was going to increase. Now, what about profits? Well, interestingly, 44% of businesses so far for 2016 said they have seen no change in their profits. And 35% of them say they've actually seen their profits increasing during 2016. Now, what about 2017, looking ahead? Well, there, a bit of pessimism starts to come in. Looking ahead at 2017 in terms of growth expectations, only 42% of business owners are saying that they are planning to see growth in 2017. Now, you may think, well, that's not a bad number, but consider at the end of 2015, 55% of businesses said they expected to grow. So you can see there has been a fallback in confidence. Also, only 29% of business owners say they are planning any major investment in 2017. So a bit of caution there. And in terms of finance, only 28% of business owners say they are planning to get finance in 2017. And of those that are going to get finance, they anticipate it's really only going to be for business as usual costs, not for investment. So whilst 2016 has played out a bit more positive than many people thought, it's clear that for 2017, enthusiasm is getting a little bit tempered. So it'll be interesting to see how we start 2017. Now, are you going to be one of the positive ones looking for growth, or are you going to hold back a little bit? Which are you going to be? One emerging trend that I've highlighted a number of times in this bulletin is the emergence of regionally focused finance support for businesses. In other words, finance made available for businesses in a particular locality. Well, another one has just been announced by Market Invoice, the online invoice discounter. They have teamed up with Leeds City Regional Enterprise Partnership. And what the partnership are doing, they are making available £250,000 to Market Invoice to allow businesses in the Leeds City area to be able to discount invoices due to them. Now, Market Invoice, as an online invoice discounter, allows businesses to actually release cash from invoices due today instead of waiting for the full term, which may be 45 to 60 days. So for businesses now in the Leeds area, what that means is they can get cash today as opposed to waiting for the full term of the invoice. Now, of that £250,000 that's been made available by the partnership, obviously that money is going to turn over 4 or 5 times a year. As invoices mature, the money becomes available for on lending again. So in total, they estimate that that money will turn into about £2 million worth of funding per year. A great cash flow boost for businesses in the Leeds City area. So if you want to know more, you can just go along to a Market Invoice on their website, marketinvoice.com. There you'll learn exactly how that system works, or just Google the Leeds City Regional Enterprise Partnership, and there you'll see how you can make use of that new pot of funding available. Well, that's it for this bulletin, and as ever, I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. If you did, please don't forget to give it a like and a share. If you are watching the YouTube version, don't forget there's also the podcast version available for download via iTunes, SoundCloud and Stitcher. Just go along to those platforms and search for Business Finance Bulletin. And if you are on the podcast version, pop along to my YouTube channel. Go along to YouTube and search for Rob Warlow. So that's it for this bulletin. Thanks very much for being with me. Look forward to being with you again next time. Have a great, successful and profitable week. Bye-bye now.